So they have done a reorientation. Here you see there have been 8,700 loans for middle-income housing and 48. So much, much more. But the thing is that the average loan for middle income is 22,000, while the average for low income is 6,000. So anyway, if you see it in terms of investment, yeah, there's a lot more for middle income if we weigh the things. There are less demand for middle income. So it's not fair, still not fair. So
before you conclude,
yeah.
I have a question. Because you seem to be using the expression progressive housing in a very precise, you refer to it as if it were a very precise thing. But could you explain what is progressive housing?
Progressive housing is all the kinds of activities that people do to go on with the construction of the house, be it by them alone or hire people. Not only people, they build their own house, but sometimes they hire, normally they hire informal firms of people that they know, but also in these approaches, it's these progressive activities, housing activities are done by informal firms.
So it's about informal building of houses?
It's not necessarily informal, it's progressive building of houses.
But I'm sorry to insist, but why how do you define the word progressive in this case?
That it's not in one time, it's
okay.
For the construction. Yeah.
So progressive is
in phases.
In phases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there are, I'm asking this because there are several ways of understanding progressive.
Yeah. Progressive is also, I understand, politically progressive.
Yes.
Yeah, no. This is progressive in the sense that it's a progression in phases.
Okay. Now it makes sense.
Okay.
Progression is
Okay, so my conclusions is that in the initial years of these programs, there was a clear benefit for the middle class, but there has been a clear reorientation. But still, it's not a very much fair in the sense of the investments. On the other hand, some of the projects have been very successful because they have been in industrial areas which were very run down and were really dangerous in terms of criminality. And when they have made these new complexes, all the area has benefited and has really, received a lift. On the other hand, the dwellings are really smaller, but they are more affordable by people. 98% of them are flats, which is very much, not common for us. A lot of people have one-family houses.
How can a flat be progressive then? Because you showed some examples.
No. These ones are of the finished houses, or for the ones that not for the modules, for the finished housing. 98 for the finished housing, I should say, are flats. Also, the ones who are projected already, which will be also very small, will cost also, I think, $10,000, will also be all flats. So there is little land consumption because it's dense. They are not building with elevators. They are very much afraid of the maintenance because this costs a lot of monthly maintenance. So they tend to build only 5 floors. The mortgage credits have been lowered also. Before these policies, the mortgage credits were I think $30,000 average, and now they are less than 20,000 average. And yeah, and then the housing schemes are in a different way than the ones in the 60s and 70s, in the sense that the formal construction sector is involved. There are also great difficulties, as I said before, to find big firms that want to do it. Yeah.
Greta has
Greta Thunberg. And then summarizing the quantitative deficit, still with all the houses that have been built, there is this big boom. Still, they don't amount to the 92 new households that are formed each year.
in Lima alone.
No, this is in the country.
Ah.
But then about the qualitative deficit, these progressive housing schemes, they are only for the initiation of this phase or the floor of the roof of the first floor, and they should be also schemes to finish housing, because most of them in these areas, I would say 80%, are really need just a little bit to finish them, and there are no programs specifically targeted to this.
But I have I have something to say about that, because the concept of a finished house is very related to our own perceptions of what is finished and what is unfinished. And the essence of these houses is that they're never finished.
Yeah, but this is mainly because the people don't have the money, but there are also...
But they keep on adding.
Yeah.
So one day, of course, it will be impossible to add more and more, but perhaps then you can say, well, it's finished. But a finished house is not really a house that is painted in Latin America. Here, yes, but not there. It's not a house that looks nice, right? It's just... So this finished...
Yeah, I understand what you say, but still, there are some parts of these areas which you see, these are finished houses. These are people who have money enough to make a house that looks like middle-class houses. Huh?
Yeah. Shouldn't it be left to the people to finish their houses? I don't think they need credit for that.
I think that, yeah, if they really want to have a finished house with all the things that it implies, why not?
Well, yes.
Well, so in the end, the very, very, very final conclusion is that the access to shelter is still very unequal, but progress has been made. But still there are a lot of small difficulties that, well, in my paper I said some kind of things. But this is also a matter of political willingness. In 1 year we have a new president and we wonder if this will be going on. So.
What was the response?